I love it over there. This is a great ship. I love this ship. I came on board today. I tried my favourite bar there, Brody's Bar, deck 6. Recognised the barman. I said, hello there. I was here 3 weeks ago. He said, I'm serving as fast as I can. It's a great ship. We've got everything we need on board this ship. There's a spa. There's a spa on here. Yes. It's not the best. They don't sell milk or bread. You can't buy lottery. And love this ship. It was going to be a great cabin. This time's no exception. I've got a lovely cabin. I'm next door to the European draw slamming champion. Oh, come on, for God's sake, this side. Cheer up, look. Do you know, it's comedy over there and tragedy on this side. Look, I'll try some quick jokes. If we get these people smile, we'll have a good time. Good laugh together on here tonight. Look. 2 monkeys in a bath. One said, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, 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 ah, ah. The other monkey said, we'll put some cold water in then. Are they Polish over there? What is it with these? I mean, let's go about nationalities, because you've got a lot of Brits on board. Sometimes you get a lot of Americans on board ships. So any Americans? Any Americans tonight? No way. Really? Got to change half my act then. You're not American? Are you American really? No, he's not. That's gonna hate Americans. I can't stand them, you know. No, I'll tell you why. It's all different languages, see, you know, because we speak like, we say things like, we say pavements, they say sidewalk, you know. We say lift, they say elevator. I was on a ship last week, 2,000 American passengers. I spent an hour trying to explain what the word Trump means. They wouldn't believe me, so can some of you split up and sit with these miserable sods on this hour? Come on. It's good to see it, really is. I like this ship. It's got everything we need on board. It really is a great ship. I brought my wife with me. I don't want to do too long a show. She's not well. She's in the cabin. She's got laryngitis, and I really don't want to miss it. So, she's not well. She's going through the change. Yeah, she's going to be a werewolf. You know that bit in the girls, you know when it all changes, it all starts, it's all like, you know that bit where she's like, I'm too hot, I'm too cold, open the window, shut the window! Give me my scarf, give me my gloves, get this scarf and gloves off me, I'm absolutely sweating! Give me a cuddle, I'm ever so cold, get off me, why are you mauling me, I'm ever so hot, get off! Well, we're past that bit. Now I'm at the bit when I get home from work, so on top of the garage with a rifle saying, get in the house now, fatty! So yes, it's good to see, it really is. It's nice to see a young crowd on the board of the ship. This is a young crowd this week, this is young. I was on here once, my God, they were old. We went to Greece and the Acropolis came to see us. Here now we're asking you, is anybody in from anybody new, any newcomers? Hello sir, hi, welcome. Good to see you, mate. Hi, thanks for popping in. Thanks very much, mate. Thank you. How are you, mate? Alright? Good to see you. Where are you from? Where, mate? Robertsbridge. Does he know you're here, Robert? Did you bring the bridge with you? Robertsbridge. Good to see you. Thanks very much for coming in. My name's John Evans. I've been on for about 4 minutes now. First of all, 5 minutes maybe. I come on to this way because Emma said, please welcome a man who's worked all over the world, John Evans. I couldn't even agree with you. I come from a small fishing village in the UK called Liverpool. Anybody from Liverpool? People up there said, yes. Whereabouts? She said, Liverpool. I said, whereabouts Liverpool? She said, what? I said, all right, I'm not really asking, love. I said, my brother's working tonight, walking tonight. He's a burglar. I said, great to see you. I recognise the barman over there in Brody. He said, I was here about 3 weeks ago, so I'm serving as fast as I can. I said, it's coming in. I said, chatting, I had 2 monkeys about, ooh, 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 ah, put some cold water in. And I said, they've got everything you need on board. There's a spa on here. It's not very good to smell by then. They don't sell lottery. I said, it's great to see you. He's got a nice young crowd. They went to my wife's not going to go through the change. Oh, God, I'm off. So shut the window. Get up there, fatty. I said, she's past that now. I've got to the rifle. Get in the house now, fatty. And like that. And then there's some quick ones about the toilet now. And that's when you came in. That's all you've missed. Okay? It's daunting when you first come down to the ship. If it's your first time, where's the newcomer, first timer? Anybody? Just a couple of you? Look at them, stare at them. Make them feel relaxed, you know, because by the time, within about a week or so, you'll have people coming up to you telling you they've done 756 cruises this year. And one of them's bound to say, and we were on the Titanic. It's daunting when you first arrive, so that you know what's going on. You drive your car into the shed, you know, your car goes one way, you get ushered into the shed there, you Your bags go the other way, you don't know where you are, you've been sleeping on the bus or the train, or your hair's all flattened down, your face is all kind of creased where you've been up against the glass of the bus or the train or the car, and you've got that little white crusty line where you've been dribbling down your chin like that. Your jacket's all kind of like that, your trouser legs kind of rolled up like this, and you come on board, somebody with a camera says, "Welcome on board, smile." And you find your cabin, open the door, and you look in and think, well, where's the rest of it? Go in the bathroom, there's the bathroom. Fabulous, there's a toilet, how does that work? There's no flush, there's no chain. Hand, oh, the button. God. Fear, Sonny, that's scary. First time you do it. I was only once, and the guy next door to me flushed same time as me, and whoosh, we swapped cabins. I didn't complain, I've never had a balcony, so I, And then you think your only you think your only worry is the weather, then the captain comes on and says, "We can't leave, I'm having problems with wind." What you don't know is we've been clamped, we haven't moved yet. And then of course before we sail, the drill for exercise. For exercise, please return to your cabin, pick up your life jacket and some suitable clothing. And you're all sat there thinking, Christ, what have I got that'll work with orange? That makes me laugh as well. In the event of an emergency, please return to your cabin, pick up your life jacket, flat shoes. What if it's formal? Pick up your life jacket, flat shoes, and a warm head covering. Now forgive me, but you're all heading out to the Caribbean. Who's packed a balaclava? Who packs one of them to go to the Caribbean? On your life jacket you'll notice a small light which will become illuminated upon contact with water. And there's also a whistle that you could use to attract attention. Now forgive me, but this ship's massive, right? If nobody sees it disappearing between here and Madeira, they ain't gonna see you in the Atlantic with a little light about this big and a whistle, are they? I ask you, pitch black off the coast of Portugal. There's no one there, love. Blow louder, I am bloody blowing! Somebody else floats past. There's one on the next table. Hello, love! Stranded off the coast of Portugal. 2 weeks waiting to be rescued with the balaclava on. Just going with a suntan round there with the balaclava on. I ask you, a whistle. They send a jumbo jet out to find us 2 miles up, and the pilot said to the co-pilot, "Shh, did you just hear a whistle?" There's a zoo on here, there's a zoo. You know what, there must be. People are sneaking fruit and bread rolls out of the buffet already. They come out of there with pockets like hamsters' cheeks, like they're sneaking the food out. Quick, Brian, I've got a cheese roll, nobody see me. Go, go, go! Wendy, I've got a trifle, to the cabin, bring spoons. It's okay, there's food, don't worry. So yes, I get to work on these an awful lot now. Yes, and this man went to the building supplies yard. He's going to have 27,000 bricks, load of bricks. What are you building? He said, a barbecue. Don't help them. Good God, he said, a barbecue. Where do you live? Is it the 14th floor? I think I'm a singer. So yeah, I got to work all over the world. Very lucky, and it's nice to see, as I said to you, it's a young crowd, because I was on a ship last week. My God, they were old. Oh my word. Front row, there was people in that front row. It was good. And No, it wasn't like a young crowd like this. This was young, but that was old. That ship I was on last week. My front row, full of old ladies sipping cocktails, saying things like, "It's what he would have wanted." Yeah. It was an old crowd. I met a woman on there, and I'm not saying she was old, but her national insurance number was 1. Had a terrible night on there. The theatre on that ship slept 400 people, you know, and they put me on the same night as the Miss Wet Shawl competition. I went to the disco. He said it was 80s and 90s night. I thought they meant style of music. Some woman went. She was excited. It was hip hop. She thought it had hip hop. These are the ones you'll see walking around in the morning saying, "Did you like the comedian?" Well, it's all right if you enjoy laughing. Yeah, this woman, I was in the disco, this really old crowd, and I was dancing with her, and she started feeling me bum, you know. I said, "For God's sake, act your age." She did, she died. And, I'll just say it, it's only a few of us in, isn't it? So no, I work all over the world. I'm very lucky. I just come back from Australia. I'll work these shouts out now. Any Australians? Yes. See, we get when cousins marry. And all of Australians on a cruise ship, especially on a formal night, clean vest, new flip-flops. I'm gonna see the bloody captain. Gonna have a lager and a sherry glass. So I got off the ship in Sydney Harbour. I was going to the immigration desk, and the chap on the desk said, "Before you can come into our country, do you have a criminal record?" I said, "God, do you still need one?" I flew back from Sydney to the UK, 27-hour flight via Krakow with EasyJet, £14.99. £700 for the luggage, and I sat. How come I go to Spain for 35 quid and my luggage goes first class, 700 quid? How did that work? I was on EasyJet last week, I got an upgrade. Yeah. I got a seat. Inside. So Madam, you're on the wrong side. Sit over here with these. So about 5 hours into the flight, this little Irish guy sat next to me. He said, "Excuse me, sir, what do you do when you want another drink?" I said, "It's quite simple." I said, "You just press that small button above your head." Well, he had his glass underneath the button, like this. He was sat there with his wife. On the other side of this couple from Ireland, there was a guy from America. This guy from America starts talking to the old guy from Ireland. He says, "So, is this your first time to Australia?" Lara says, "Yes, it was there. It was our very first time." So, "Yes, it was their very first time to Australia. Yes, it was there. Good luck, good luck." I'm just trying anything visual now. For this. Where's he bloody gone there now? That kid, where's he gone? Where's he gone? Jeez. Go back to Roberts Bridge. Where's the Roberts Bridge? Where's that Roberts Bridge? Is it near, where? Near Hastings. Okay. What are you asking? No, sat nav. What are you asking?
First night, saw comedian, watched 3 lines, he was rubbish, went back.
To Robert's Bridge.
Fuck yeah.
Robert's Bridge, just around the corner from Robert's house. Near Robert's garden. What was I talking about? I'm rambling now. Sorry. I'm not even wearing my boots. Nobody normally gets that, love. Thank you. Nobody normally gets that. Thank you. So yeah, I don't want to come off. So yeah, the Irish couple, that's what we're up to, and it sat there. This American guy said, is this your first time to Australia? He said, yes, the very first time. So yes, it was the very first time to Australia. Yes, it was the good luck. Just trying anything visual to try and get these involved. That's what we're up to. And on. And well, the Irish guy's wife's a bit deaf. She said, what did he say? I'm just telling the man. It's our first time to Australia. You, me, mate, first time. First time. Still right, yes, right. He said, oh my God, he said, it's a great place, great country. I'm sure I had a fantastic time. He said, I kind of had noticed there from your accent, you're from the Emerald Isle. Tell me, which part of Ireland are you from? Oh, said, we're from Dublin. Say, yes, we are. Good luck, good luck. We're from Dublin's fair city. Say, good luck, good luck. She said, get a bit deaf. What did he say? I'm just telling the man from Dublin. You, me, Dublin. Still right, yes, right. He said, oh my God, he said, what a coincidence. I spent some time in Dublin just after the war. I have to tell you now, I met the worst woman I can ever remember meeting in my entire life. My God, she was ugly. We had the worst night ever. She said, what did he say? He said he thinks he knows you.
No.
I was at home yesterday, knocked at the front door. I went to the door, there was a man there. I said, can I help you? He said, yeah. He said, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I said, come on in, sit down, have a cup of coffee. I asked, what do you want to talk about? He said, well, I don't know, nobody got this far. So I'm back in Heathrow Airport. I hadn't seen my wife in weeks. I've been away working on different ships all over the world. You know, that's what you do when you're a professional comedian, which is what I am. I bloody am. Is he back? I think he's talking about him. I thought I'd ring. I hadn't seen her for weeks. I rang her. I said, hello, darling. I said, I'm coming home. I said, I can't wait to kiss you. She said, ooh. I said, I can't wait to hold you. She said, ooh. I said, I can't wait to make love to you. She said, ooh. Who's speaking? I got into my house. There she was, my wife, in the kitchen, leaning against the oven. She had one of those see-through night dresses on. I could see everything. T-shirt, jeans, everything. She's got tattoos. On one hand, she's got love. On the other hand, she's got a hat. It used to say hate, but she lost a little finger in a fight. I walked in, slid that against the oven. She said, hey you, come here. I said, what for? She said, come here. I want you. I said, what for? She said, I want you to make love to me now here in the kitchen against the oven. I said, why pick on me? She said, I need to time this egg. Hey, she knows I hate runny eggs. I said to her,